Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Today I just wanted to do a real quick run through of the Rosecraft blades I've gotten recently. I've in the past owned Hinder and Spyderco and bug outs and Benchmade bug outs, Benchmade Osborne, and fixed blades from Hinder, and what they all had in common was I sold them all. ZTs, I think it was a 0308 or whatever, We the People. Sinkovich, is that what it was? I had one of those, gave it away. I just never really kept them. Now the Rosecraft I really like. It all started with this one, but we'll get that to the minute after I give a shout out to the guy that made these from Cajun Leatherworks in Louisiana off of Etsy. So this is the rounded one for the Rosecraft blades, square Rosecraft. This was the by size. So this comes like, I believe, a 1/4 inch shorter here. I just wanted to see what it was like. This is the Rosecraft, and then they'll have a drop down box where you select like Nolichucky, Loosahatchee. If you hear a cough in the background, it's my teenagers we've all been sick. So I also apologize for clearing my throat, which I have a habit of doing anyway for some reason. But anyway, so here's the snapper. This is a snapper leather. Really nice leather. You can see how this fits. So I think he does 1/4 inches, he said, measurements. I think 1/8 of an inch would have helped this one out a little bit. 1/4 inch probably on this because it's so thick, and maybe 1/8 to 1/4 inch wider because it's stag. The Nolichuckies, none of the slips will just fall out by squeezing it, obviously, because they're really in there pretty good, which is fine. I don't mind pulling on them. This one took a lot of working on to get it to pull out, but this is a snapper. This is the knife that started it all of my journey on Rosecraft. I wanted a stag handled knife. And the reason why I put my initials on here is so I know, because I put mine pivot first, show side down or up. It really wouldn't matter, but I just do it down so I know each and every time how to put these in there, so when the knife conforms to it, it doesn't stretch the leather out to where they just fall out. This one I'm pretty sure can fall out if you shake it. It's smooth bones, why? But this is the snapper leather. This is obviously the orange leather. The bourbon bone was the second one I purchased. This is the third I purchased. And this is the green leather. I believe it says rustic, or just explains that it's rustic. This, I believe, is the yellow leather. And if I'm wrong, I'll let you know tomorrow in a video, because I have 2 more cases coming to fit these other knives I have. And actually this knife, I bought one for this knife. And this one didn't have my initials on it, so I just punched a hole in with an awl, rocks on awl, just to know which side I was putting the knife in. So that's the yellow. And there's the blue. And I had light blue stitching. You can pick your stitching if you put in the comments what color stitching you want. This is probably my favorite one, and I'll show you why in a second. Or a minute. So anyway, this is the first one that started it. I wanted a stag handle, but Buck Knives, they wanted like $275 for their custom, and the way I wanted it. So this is really nice. Chunk of stag, natural. It's thick. I like it and all, and it's not horrible in the hand. It's just, okay, there's a 4-inch. These are 4-inch handles. I thought I wanted every Nolichucky I could get, so I got all of the ones that were available that I could get a hold of. And these are sold out now too. This was a knife this a Knife Center exclusive, or was this just, no, it was just left at Knife Center. It wasn't a Knife Center exclusive, it was just left at Knife Center. This was a TPK exclusive, the Bourbon Bone. And he's out too now. Probably no thanks to me, but this, so when I got these, this is what I really wanted to kind of show you guys with the fit and finish, because the ambassadors, they'll have like perfect examples. This one was almost perfect out of the box that I remember. As you use it, it's obviously going to get dirt and grime in there. You can clean them. I do clean these. This one and this one are now my son's, so they're getting a little bit grimy looking in the pivots now. I don't know what he does with his knives. But I gave these two to him. Figured he might as well have a stag now that I have one. Another one. But that's when it started it. This one here I liked so much. It was almost perfect out of the box too. I mean, they are essentially perfect fit and finish out of the box. But I'm going to pay attention with the one I get this week. It's going to be a Beaver Creek Vintage jig bone. That is a TSA Knives exclusive. And I don't know if they're sold out yet or not. I didn't look this morning. He is sold out of these, the C. Reisner TPK. Again, and then, so I got this one third. This vintage jig from Knife Center, and they are out. Great action on this one. Now this one, when I got it, I know for a fact looked just like it does now. And I've opened and closed this thousands of times. You could see the back spring, but it was like they smoothed it out or something. I don't know. It's like all one piece, but it's like a hump. But you can't feel that. You can see it, but you can't feel it. It's the strangest thing ever. But the half stop, same story. Can't feel it, but you can see it. Fully open. Great feeling knife in hand. 4-inch in length on the handle. This is comparable. I believe it's like 4 inches too, or 4 inches as well. Maybe just a hair shorter. This is the cotton sampler, wood, red sandalwood. This is like a 5-pole. Those feel like a 6 to a 6.5, 5 to 5.5. And it's all relative because it's all going to be how it feels when you pull on it. This has a pretty good walk and talk on it as well. Almost perfect fit and finish on this one. This is a slower action. Like I put a lot of oil in this. And this one used to get stuck like closing. And you can see it's a little slower. Sounds wood. Really like this. This is like my second or third favorite. I would say third. You could even put it in a second as for pattern at the moment. Because something about it I just like. Because the second and first spot, they kind of like meld. They're almost like tied for first for different reasons with me personally. But after I got this one, I ordered another one of these because this was my favorite out of the three at the first. Because I love the way the smooth bone looks, the depth of it, the feel of it. So I got this one, and it showed up. I don't know if it showed up before this one, but I ordered 1, 2, 3, and then fourth. But I can't remember if it came first or not. Now this one, as you can see, is not perfect fit and finish. Straight on, it looks pretty good. This back spring has receded, and I don't think it was like that when I first got it. This thing started getting stuck in the half stop, opening and closing. Got a good walk and talk and everything. You can see the grit. It's just non-stop. Like I've oiled this, I wiped it down. I have the TPK microfiber knife cleaning things. I Kind of like 150 in a pack. Really useful, but this thing's just been real contrary. So this one has actually been in the safe lately. That's why I don't have a case to it. There'll be more in this order. My most recent receivings were this Beaver Creek, which fights for the #1 spot. Now this case is wider because the blade sticks out like this one does when it's closed. This one and that one will do too. You can squeeze the sides and it'll slide right out of there. And it stays pretty secure. I've never had it fall out of my pocket yet when it's in there. Plus it sits in your pocket better because it's square. It doesn't fall over as easy. But I have bib pockets, so they definitely are easier. They just slide into the bib pocket. I usually carry 3 knives on me at all times. And they're Rosecraft at the moment. Case, I just don't want to take a chance on ordering online. I'd rather do it in person. But I had a case I did in person. I was real picky back then too. I ended up selling it too. It's John Wayne, the John Wayne edition case. Don't remember what model or anything like that. What pattern. This is the Bora Bora Blue Bone. Beaver Creek Bora Bora Blue Bone. Beautiful. This is the second run. It's not as dark as the other one. They said more of a watercolor. And I see that in like this area because the camera is not picking it up as good as my eyes do, but it's more of a white spot. Beautiful, beautiful blade. Beautiful leather engraving. This to me fits better in my hand. I don't know what size hand, what size glove. I just buy a pair of gloves to fit the way I like them to fit. But this is 3.5 inches. So my hands, for some reason, just naturally rest like right even with this bolster every time on all of these knives. As you can see, I still have real estate. Like I don't have any left after this, but I still have 4-finger grip. And if you choke up on it, which still feels natural, you get a little bit more. This one to me fights for first because it is like the perfect EDC blade sheep slits. Opening packages. This actually sliced the meat the best. The salami, the summer sausage I eat, this sliced it the best. Hands down. I could get real thin, perfect straight down slices with this, obviously because of the blade shape. This one out of the box, and that's why I want to pay attention to the next Beaver Creek I get this week. Almost perfect fit and finish. Recedes just a little, the back spring in there. You do not feel it at all. Not like that orange one. You can feel that, and that one's caused me to put it in the safe because of that. That walk and talk is amazing. Looks like I'm going to have to sit and clean them again. I opened this one thousands of times too. I fidget a lot. Probably not the best thing, but I do oil them and keep them clean. But this one and the one I got recently, this one doesn't even have a case yet. It's coming tomorrow. Are my favorite. And this was the knife that was going to start it all. This was the first knife I was going to buy, but then I overanalyzed and, went into like blade shapes on all these sites, Knife Center, DLT Trading, People's Opinions, and I thought this would be the best EDC blade, but for me it turned into the sheep's foot, and this is going to be a everyday carry, everyday use. I've used both of these already for like food preps and stuff like that, like cutting things, but this one's more like aesthetically pleasing, I guess, the clip point. But if you can see the difference in these stags, this one's more like naturally pebbly. This one's a little smooth a little bit. Profile wise, this is more hourglass, and I would like to see more of these because this is a little bit of a hot spot, the edges. So are the jig bone on that, and even the smooth bone on this one. You can see it's thinner, but it's still a little more hot than this one. This one seems like it's been rounded off a little more thin or something. And this fit and finish right out of the box was almost flawless, like you would see the ambassadors using. So that's closed. Half stop. This would be a 7 to 7.5, possibly, pull for me. See a little bit of receding there. But there, almost completely flawless there. Smooth as heck. This is 3.625 inch handle. I would almost like to see the Beaver Creek have that length of handle too, because that just gives you a little bit more, just 1/8 of an inch, 0.125 more real estate on that, and that just feels so natural in the hand. This stag and this, because of that hourglass. And I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. Most of mine do this. So it'll be lighter on the show side, and this is all natural material, so it's probably not intentional, unless they are intentional. I don't know. Either way, all mine have, most of mine have the lighter, darker. Lighter, darker. Sandalwood not so much, because that's more of a grainy, so it's a different grain look. It's got a knot. I guess color-wise it could be considered a little darker. Get these blades tangled up here. Lighter, darker. This would be probably hard to tell. I mean, unless you're looking here. Lighter, darker. Now these, I don't know if they do it, but it seems like it. That's pretty uniform there, but anyhow, I just wanted to run you guys through that. So these two are my favorite. This is 3.5 inch handle. This is a 3.625, which is 1/8 of an inch more. If they just do that with the Beaver Creek, I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, it's just 1/8 of an inch more. It gives you a little more real estate, but still no complaints. 3.5, 3.6. It's 1/8 of an inch. It's not that big of a difference. It's still real comfortable in the hand, that smooth bone. Now, I do want to get more of the Loosahatchee, but as anybody knows that knows Rosecraft, they sell out quick. So this was, I think, the last handle they had. The Stag. There's still more left on the Rosecraft and the TPK site that I've seen. I did get another one of these, the TSA Knives exclusive vintage jig bone. That's kind of cool. So I'll probably have like a real quick review of that coming up, like what my thoughts, maybe not a review, just more of my thoughts of how I like it. But I do want to pay attention to what it looks like fit and finish before I open them, because I think they're going to recede a little bit as you open them and that tang wears out. As for the walk and talk, another thing I think I've noticed, that one's the best. But if you look at the tangs, sorry, I bumped the camera stand there. This one looks a little longer, which would stand to reason, because then when you open it, it wouldn't fall back as much because it has a smaller, the longer one's going to snap more. And now if that's something they can control, that'd be cool. But I don't know if they even control it. I don't know if it varies from model to model, pattern to pattern, or blade to blade. Like, if it, all in all the Chuckies are different, it might be too close to tell. But this one, definitely, this one with the slower action or the less snappy, you can tell that's definitely shorter than that other one. It's even shorter than this too. Can't really get an angle to look. These, likewise, seem to be shorter than the Lusahatchee. I don't know if that's something he's trying to change. I don't know if that even matters. It's just something I noticed. Like I said, I have OCD, ADD. I play with these thousands of times. These Nola Chuckies have actually all set in a safe lately because these are the 3 I've been carrying down here. This one, this blade shape is like worthless for like EDC wise, for the normal EDC. I mean, you can cut boxes with this. You can get a good angle with it and all that. It's just food prep wise, that belly is obviously going to slice in the meat first. And then as you go down, you're going to hit it. But it's got a little bit of like a recurve to it right here, which is no problem if you got to work sharp. The system, I don't know what they call it, Pro Elite. It has the angle set for you. They say that is good for the recurve. That's not a recurve per se. Oh, and one real quick thing. I know this video is way long, but this, people have said is a Barlow to them. And Andy said it's a Jack. To me, it's not a Barlow. Like, when I seen it in pictures, I was like, yeah, that looks like a Barlow, man. Like, or on video, like, yeah, I can see. Like, that definitely looks like a Barlow. After I got it in hand, it feels like a big bolster Jack. Like, I want him to keep this design. Like, that's just so soothing. I just sit with here with rubbing that all day. And the walk and talk on the Lusahatchee. So I hope he keeps making the Lusahatchee. I know he's vaulted like a lot of the patterns, so that's kind of disappointing. Like that dragon scale bourbon bone or whatever. I would have liked to have that dragon scale jig. These 2 have the best action out of both of them. Out of all these, I mean, patterns that I have so far. Again, I'm going to try to get the Baron Fork, a red jig bone. The reason why is because I believe it was 3.625, which is the same length as this in the handle. Has bolsters on both sides. Smaller bolsters like this. I think I'll like it just because of the handle size. That's what makes me like these 2. And then this in a smooth bone or something. Wow. Because this one feels great. Like it's not even there in your hand at that point. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's just a little something to think about. Like to know that the fit and finish is great on these, especially at the price point. You know, $80, 62 to 65, 80. Stag costs more. This I believe was $55 on the Rosecraft website. Can't beat that. The exclusive, the TSA, I don't know how it's even still there. TSA knives, I don't know if people know something. I don't know, but that thing's $56 shipping and all. Like there was no shipping cost. I don't know. I just, when I get it, I'll let you guys know more. But these are just amazing company. The fit and finish is amazing. I just wanted you guys to know that they're not like super perfect. Like people have been comparing them to GEC. I could never do that. I'd never be able to get one. For one, the way they go, the runs they do, the price they are is another factor for me. I don't know if I could justify spending that much. Maybe if I ever got to hold one in hand and had the extra cash to spare, maybe. Case, harder to find. I don't know if I want to go into Ace Hardware and bug the people working there for me to look through them all. Because I would surely be OCD and have to look through all of them and rewrap them and put them back in there and all that junk. Especially if it's the same story where, you know, you break them in and they do whatever they do. I don't know. I want to go give Case another chance. I just have to find the right one. I prefer the single blade Might get a Stockman or something, but I prefer the single blade. They just seem to have better action. But if I could find like a Case Barlow, or even give Stockman a chance again. Probably the mediums, I don't know. Next ones I want to try though, like I said, is the Baron Jack. I also want to try the farmhand pattern. Kind of waiting to see if they release it in a better, like I prefer bone so far. Their bone seems better than their wood, but I don't know. Maybe a different wood. If it comes out Loussahatchee and Beaver Creek in the future, I'm going to have it, because those are my two top, like, hands down. So if you were watching this and you guys are debating which one to get, if I had to do it all over again, to be honest, like, knowing what I know now, I'd probably skip all these Nolichuckies. Sadly. I might buy one just to say I had one. It'd probably be this one. Definitely, if I would have known about Rosecraft from the beginning, I'd have every Loussahatchee and every Beaver Creek. So if you're watching this for the first time, and if you've made it this dang far, then this would be my two recommendations. Must have, first buy. Because I don't know if most people would, if you buy these, you'd even want anything else. It's just the facts. I definitely have this, because this is just an amazing pattern right here. It's like a piece of history. Like, he comes out with more of these. I'll probably get more of these too. Not gonna lie. At least one bone jigged ore. I do want an orange bourbon jig, like you did in the Nolichucky and the Loussahatchee. Please. Maybe even put it in the Beaver Creek. But I want to kind of feel what the jig bone that I have coming feels like in the Beaver Creek before I make a claim to wanting something like that. But definitely want one in that, because especially if you could figure out a way to round off the edges just a little, like you did these, you got something there. Just amazing. I don't know. I just ran on and rambled saying amazing, 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 amazing. But anybody that's looking to buy any of these, they want me to ramble, because they just want to sit here and look at the craftsmanship. Perfection. Thanks for watching.